Hey guys, what's up? Lord Michiru again here, your Lord of Video Games, and welcome to another episode of Trails of Cold Steel 3! Last time, we wrapped up, after we finished Iron Hill Keep, we just got our field exercise location, which, as I predicted, and everybody else, I assume, predicted, is Breahard. No, not Breahard, Heimdall. Heimdall. That's the location for our next field exercise. And we saw some faces that we haven't seen in a while. And also one that we saw recently. And we fought a battle that was pretty simple, and I thought it would be harder. Which, I don't know if I should up the difficulty or not. Probably should. Since it's in, what, normal? Yeah. Cannot change to nightmare. I can change it to hard. Yeah, because now I have a better grasp of the game. So, let's change it to hard. Hard difficulty. This is gonna be interesting. Because I'm one-shotting bosses. It's the bosses that can one-shot me are obviously bosses that moves are supposed to one-shot. But just make things a little bit more difficult for me because I'm right now breezing through it. Alright, and last time also we completed the quest here at the academy, so there's nothing else to do but head forward. So let's go back to our dorm and wrap this day up. Alright, so let's end the day. Should I head back to my room and get ready for tomorrow? Yes. But we also had... Oh, did I screw up? Did I miss the Toa thing? Oh, I forgot I had something with Toa. Was I supposed to talk with her? Oven time, right? Damn. I screwed up. Oh well. I forgot to talk to Toa.
That song was called Under the Bright Shining Sky, and it was beautifully performed by a remarkable young musician named Elliot Craig.
No, you know him very well.
Speaking of the sky, his popularity has been skyrocketing. Fun fact, the piano accompaniment was played by his sister, a famous pianist in her own right. Rumor has it, he'll be releasing a new record soon, and I absolutely cannot wait.
Can you not?
Next up, we've got some letters from our listeners. Let's see.
Wow, his music getting played on Abend time. Elliot must really be giving it his all. And the piano accompaniment must have been Fiona. I'm glad the two of them can play together. It'd be great to hear him play live. Maybe I'll ask him about it when I see him in Heimdall.
Our next letter comes to us from Fluffy Mint in the Heimdall area. Good evening, Miss Misty. I always look forward to your show. I'm a student at a certain academy, and I can't stop thinking about one of my instructors.
Oh boy.
I've been trying to make a move on him, but he just won't take me seriously. What should I do, Miss Misty?
Musée!
Ah, some romantic advice, is it? Secret love between teacher and student. Oh, how bittersweet.
Oh my god, Musée, why do you do this
But
to
she
me?
called him her instructor. Does that mean she goes to some special school? The plot thickens. Well, I really shouldn't, but why not try getting him alone next week during the capital's summer festival? Don't be too aggressive out of the gate. Remember, you're teacher and student, so take advantage of that and work from there. Let's say he's, I don't know, a history teacher. Ask him about something related to class, like the history of Heimdall, as the two of you walk together.
Oh my god, Vita, shut the fuck up already!
If you're spending time with him like that, then maybe by the time you graduate, you'll have found your way into his heart. Just kidding. Oh, and I hope none of you out there are thinking, worry about yourself before you give relationship advice to others. Because I'll have you know, my heart already belongs to all my dear listeners, and that's
Aw.
more than enough for me. Now, moving right along.
You know it's music, Fluffy Mint. Could she have been any more obvious? And Misty's advice was way too on the nose. Yeah, Misty knows.
That about wraps up this week's show. Like I mentioned earlier, Heimdall's Summer Festival starts next week. I hope you're all able to enjoy the festivities, and maybe have a tearful reunion with some old friends. Summer's finally in full swing now, but keep an eye out for sudden shifts in the weather, and make the most of your time. My name is Misty, and I'll be signing off. I hope to see you all again next Abend time.
Shifts in the weather? What did he mean? What did she mean by that? No, I shouldn't put too much weight on her words. Swap upgrading test, Panzer Soldat training, and field exercises as it is. Oh, and I made that promise with Toad too. Oh, yes! We're going! Alright, everything should be set now. No, it's almost time.
Oh, there he is. Good evening, Rean. It's good to see you again.
Hey Alyssa, you too, Emma, and Machias. Sorry I'm a little late.
No worries, we just started the call now. This feels kind of strange considering we just saw each other.
Oh, I'm guessing you tuned into Abend time, right, Rean? Oh yeah, you too, Machias. Her timing is too perfect to be coincidence.
I was listening too, and that woman is so frustrating. Running all over trying to find her, and she's just taunting us over the radio.
It does relieve me to hear her voice every week, though.
Her broadcasts are pre-recorded, right? I wonder if anyone knows where she is.
I have been considering trying to track her from the recording she leaves. It would probably be better to ask Alyssa about her father another time. Yes.
What's wrong, Rean?
Oh, it's nothing. Ah, right. Our next field exercise are going to be in Heimdall.
Ah, really?
Excellent. That means we can begin preparing for Class VII's reunion.
It feels like it's been forever since the last time we were all together. Yeah, so true. We need to decide on a place and time.
Let me know as soon as you figure something out. We'll need to contact the others. Elliot, Gaius, Eustace, and Milliam. Yes, we do.
Alright. Will Fee, Laura, and Instructor Sarah be there with you, Rean? I've heard some crazy rumors.
Oh, actually?
Before we get to that, care to tell us about this fluffy mint from the radio?
So it was you she was talking about after all. I figured that was the case as soon as Misty mentioned the capital.
Now I'm curious. Give us details, Rean. Isn't she one of the students who just joined your class?
Well, I can't say that for sure it's her just yet. It's probably just Misty trying to just mess with me.
That's definitely something I can see her doing.
Misunderstandings everywhere, as always. Rean, the king of misunderstandings. And clumsiness. After Rean had finished preparing for the next day's class, he met with Toa on the roof of the school building. Together, they prepared for the astronomy lesson before the students arrived. Aw, this is cute. So touching, too.
Ah, alright. Everything looks good now. Rean, can you come give it a look, too?
Sure thing. Wow, this is amazing. The sky's just full of stars. It feels like I could reach out and touch them.
Right? Tonight's the perfect night for stargazing. Thank you, Rean. I'm so glad you went through the trouble of fixing my grandfather's telescope.
No, thank you, Toa. Without you, I wouldn't have been able to get such an amazing look at this starry sky.
Well, I guess we helped each other out then. But really, thank you, Rean, for always giving me strength and courage. I'm really grateful to you, even from back when we were both students.
Toa?
Oh, there they are.
Hey, everybody.
This is where we're doing the astronomy lesson, right?
Looks like we walked in on quite the moment.
That's not true.
Settle down, guys. Look like everyone here's now. So let's get started.
Wow, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful, but you know, I wanted to add the so because I'm just so conceited. Yuna, I believe it's proper to let the youngest go first.
Oh, so you're to be the youngest when it's convenient for you, is that it?
My, but it's truly gorgeous starry sky we have over us tonight.
It's so cute.
I gave up on having this lesson at first, but we were able to make it happen anyway. Now I know that we can overcome anything together.
Yeah, let's keep doing our best together.
Aww.
The extracurricular lesson turned out to be a big success. And the branch campus bonds were even stronger for the next field exercise. That's great. Your bond with Toa strengthened. Hey, maximum. Proceed. I could have left that for the last episode. It added 13 minutes to it, but I think an hour's good enough. Exam grades announcement. Please let me have done good.
Are you serious?
What? Yuna's 45, Kyrie's 52.
Not bad at all.
Freddy's 80, Lenora 74, Pablo 72, Sandy 66.
Yeah, seems about right.
Wayne 60.
Man, I'm a right dunce when it comes to literature.
I got a good score. Hooray!
Right in the middle of the bell curve.
What a relief.
Good job, Kyrie.
Well, technically I got above average, right?
Oh, Kurt.
Nice.
Nice,
That's what I
Gustav.
expected, I guess. I wish I'd done a little better.
Oh, hey! I got a pretty good score.
Not bad.
20, Ash.
Woohoo!
Tita.
Decent.
Wow, Valerie.
Within the expected range.
Fierce competition. Why'd I expect from a prestigious school?
My hard work has paid off.
The two highest scores are...
I got the lowest score at the branch campus? And Kurt got 3rd place? No fair. All he must do is work harder next time. His Zionist was 1st, and then 2nd and 5th are main campus students. I didn't do that bad, but I still ended up losing to Ash. Gotta hand it to you, man. Don't go overestimating me.
Wow, Musei, you're in the top 10. But you got a perfect score in technology section, Tita. Nice work, Hallie. I got the score I expected, but I'm a little frustrated I didn't do well on the written answer questions. My score's not bad, but am I the lowest in Class 7? Yes, you are. I mean, what the heck? Everyone else is in the top 20? How's that fair? I fucked up, didn't I? Kurt and Musei are sure amazing. Don't forget Altina and Ash. They scored really high too. Here, she's got the ranking by class. Alright. Oh! Wow! We're tied for 1st place! Oh wow, we're tied for first place. Class 1-1 and Class 7. Oh yeah, let's go! Let's go! Here, I was expecting Class 1 to be first by a mile. Outside the top 3, the scores were pretty staggered. Perhaps we've shown some branch campus pride. I can just see the frustrated look on those main campus students' faces. Yeah, Class 7, let's go! But man, good job, Kurt. You got 3rd place, top score of the branch campus. Yeah, I certainly put my all into it. But His Highness got 1st, and that girl who got 2nd. Is she the one that showed up during the Panzer Soldat training in May? I think the guy who got 5th is the other one. I feel like you could have aimed for Ash. That's rich coming from you. You getting 9th is fishy as hell. You got a lower score on purpose, didn't you? Oh my, I think you may be overestimating me a touch. This seems a little trust issue, but enough about everyone's high scores. Glad they're happy. Haha, not too shabby, huh? Yeah, everyone really put their all into it. Right? While still keeping up with their club activities, no less. Academics is not about winning or... That said, I'm pleased to see we're able to keep pace with the main campus. And now that we're done with all that, we can announce the next field exercise location. But before that, that one thing we talked about is really going to shock everyone. Yeah, I was pretty floored when I heard it from the professor. I can't believe it's that type of Panzer Soldat. Well, don't look at me. It was the first I'd heard of it too. What? AP increased by 3. Okay, we got it right then. What Panzer Soldat is it gonna be? Panzer Soldat train? What is this? A Goliath? Goliath? Noah. This was the one Hector had, right? Was it Hector? It's friggin' enormous! Huh. Guess this is another Panzer Soldat. The name was Goliath, right? The Imperial Army uses approximately 10 of these. But why is one here? Rather, how is one here? It's a way to bring by train. Maybe by airship? Yeah, that's exactly right. It was delivered late last night, hanging by cables from 3 military airships. Jeez. I didn't even notice. That explains the engine sounds I heard. Oh, so that's what the mountainside shadow was. You were watching it? See, we got a sort of notice from the Imperial government. They wanted us to test out the new model of giant soldat. But since it can't be transported by train, we can only borrow it for a short time. We're going to have everyone try it out and do a mock battle with it. Understood. I can't say its appearance is very elegant. The operations check is all finished. You can get moving in any time now. Tita and all of you military finance, I'll need your help with the maintenance stuff. Yes. Now this is what I'm talking about, troops. I can't beat this. Professor, it's the final model I listed in the notes. But why send it here now? Why? And I only tried that thing out for a little, but I could already tell it's way too complicated to expect students to just pick it up. Yeah, apparently even the Imperial Army, there are only a few that can handle it.
V from the Imperial Liberation Front must have been pretty talented. Yeah. V, not Hector, V. To be honest, I'd rather not end up where we need such a massive war machine. No arguments here. On top of that, it's a huge pain to look around. That's enough, Wayne. You're up next, Uni.
Enough with that uni thing already. Good work.
I don't know about that. I feel defeated. I didn't expect it would be so difficult for me to grasp its controls. It's got great power, but it's way too slow.
Indeed, it does seem suited for sniping either. I don't really hate it, but it's not very balanced. I think it might be pretty confusing unless you're used to handling lots of power like... Huh? Me? It is true that I'm used to controlling Time Soleas.
You were also concerned about not being able to find a model that felt right for you. Yeah, what if this one's up your alley? Okay, last one but not least, Altina.
I'll give it a try. Good luck. Do be careful.
Please give Allie one, give Allie one.
Orbital engine engaged. All is on. Altina Orion, beginning test operation of Goliath Noah.
Whew! You go, Allie! This is the best it's gone yet.
Hey, not bad at all. Yeah, we might be able to have a mock battle with it. Okay, that's enough. Altina, think you're up for our next mock battle? It'll be you against multiple machines.
Mission accepted. Ready for practice combat.
Yuna, Kurt, Muse, and Ash, board your machines.
You got it.
She'll be quite the opponent. Feels kind of unfair for all of us to be ganging up on one little bunny.
Oh, I don't know. We may get hurt if we don't give it our all.
Oh, 3 against 1? The match will be over when either the Goliath or all 4 of the other machines are damaged. But don't forget, it's a mock battle. Try not to go too crazy. Okay then, ready? Go!
Jesus Christ, that's towering. You can swap partners during Divine Night battles by pressing OK. If anyone in battle becomes incapacitated, reserve combat will take their place. Oh, starting with this. This is gonna be a hard fight, is it? All right, let's see.
All
30%.
Wait, terms.
Wide open, it's mine!
Okay.
It's my
Poor
turn.
Altina. Oh, wow, 4.
Now's our chance. Keep it up.
My turn. Yeah. It's down. It's mine.
There.
Jesus.
Charging.
Oh, I can't even. Oh my God. Wait. I'm the one who's low. Yeah, Spirit.
Yes. Ha. Let's go. Keep it up.
My turn. Ja! It's down. It's mine.
That's a lot of damage.
All right.
It's
Azure's shoot!
This might do a lot of damage. Hopefully. And I have the difficulty right before this, so great.
I'm going. Yeah. Keep it up.
Jeez,
I got
so
this.
much HP.
Yeah! It's mine!
Charging.
It's my turn!
Oh boy. Body. I can cancel it though.
Take this!
There we go.
It's my turn. Ha! Now's our chance. Keep it up. Yeah. Charging.
My turn. You're mine! Yeah! It's mine!
Yeah. Going.
I guess she's gonna target Yuna now.
Thanks.
Charging.
Here I go! Take this! Our chance! It's mine!
I'm going. Yeah. Now's our chance.
There we go, Unite. That should get it less than 30%.
Azure wings.
Here's hoping.
It's mine!
Still isn't that hard. I was just getting used to the break commands at the beginning.
Resonant
There
shot.
she goes. And break.
My
Oh,
turn.
that's what I wanted more.
Yeah! It's mine!
It's my turn. Let's go. Keep it up.
Sure. Yeah! Yeah! It's mine!
All right! Open! It's mine!
And down it goes. Pretty good.
Well, look at that.
We just needed to damage it a little, right?
Indeed, it appears we made a crack in its outer armor.
We won, but it sure doesn't feel like a victory. Yes, this may be a very difficult machine to face in true battle.
Alright, that's enough. Good job, Altini.
Altini?
Altina, can you hear me?
Huh?
Altina, is something wrong?
She ain't moving at all.
Uh-oh.
The hell? This.
Everyone, defensive positions.
Whoa! What the? Altina? What's going on? Can she not hear us?
Altina?
What?
Did she lose control? I'll jump in the Hectorad. No, I'll go. Malamar! Acknowledged.
Instructor!
We leave this to you. Oh boy. What went wrong? Everything was going right. Palamar, can you detect what's going on? Machine. It's got an internal area. It seems the girl is in a trance-like state. I don't know the details, but it seems highly likely she is operating the machine while unconscious. In order to stop her, you must cause her to regain consciousness. Why is this happening? Alright, I'll make an opening and then quickly strike the cockpit. Let's go, Valimar. Leave it to me. Oh boy.
It's my turn.
Alright. Let's start again.
It's working. Let us push through.
There! Yeah! Sit!
Back to back.
Power diminishing. Use Arch advised.
It's my turn.
Yeah! Now! An opening!
She hits like a truck.
I'm up.
There! Yeah! Sit!
So close to cancel it. I mean, so close to break.
Let's go.
There! Yeah! Sit!
There we go.
I'm up.
Again.
There! Yeah! Sit!
Power diminishing. Use of Spirit Charge advised.
Briona. Oh.
Let's go.
Nope. Oh boy. Jeez.
Let's go.
Yeah! Now! An opening!
It's my turn.
Yeah! Now! An opening!
Let's go.
Huh! It's down! An opening!
There we go again.
I can't lose.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Sit! It's down!
I forgot I have to use the finisher because I don't have a follow. You know what I mean. There we go. Break status.
Let's go.
Sit! It's down! Enlightened domination!
It's my turn.
Sit! Now! An opening!
Let's go.
It's down!
And finisher.
Enlightened domination!
All right, nice work.
Oh, we defeated him at least. Well, her. My bad. Bring her back, Rean. Now. What the? There she goes.
Altina, are you alright?
Instructor Rean? What was I?
Allie, are you okay?
Has she regained consciousness?
Everyone. I remember fighting everyone in the mock battle, and then...
It would appear her memory is a bit fuzzy.
Doesn't look like she's hurt, though. Hey, you better get out of there already.
Yeah, please. Allie. What was Climb Soleil is like over her? What the heck are these, like, puppets? These are more questions than answers. You handled that nicely. Was that one of your eight lead moves? Yeah. It's part of the 8 form for when you're without a weapon. I'm glad everything turned out okay. You're just full of surprises. What's your take on what just happened? Something must have happened to it. Either Altina or the machine itself. I can't say. She is a bit of a unique case. But it felt like something was wrong with the Goliath itself too. Yeah, you're right. Either way, it seems the old man's taken an interest in it. Yeah, I'll ask about it later. And who's watching? The gnomes.
Number 74 has demonstrated it satisfies the conditions. We may now proceed to the final sequence.
What's this final sequence now all about?
Wow, we're gonna have a field exercise around the capital. That'll be a nice change of pace.
Maybe I can pop back home and pay my family a visit.
Wait, since it overlaps with the summer festival, we can party too?
Our departure will be early Saturday morning. Needless to say, we haven't much time. I know a date is close, but make sure you're fully prepared. Alright. That doesn't seem that hard.
Just like I thought,
You still torn up about what happened earlier?
They did say it may have been an issue with the orbital circuitry.
There was no damage, so you needn't worry about it further.
But I lost consciousness and caused trouble for everyone. It's hard to say what would have happened if the instructor hadn't stopped me.
Just put it out of your head. Quit worrying about it. I caused a bunch of trouble back at Crossbell, but it's all A-okay now.
I remember you pretty much turned into a shut-in after that.
That's right. It involved nearly the entire school.
Hey, you don't need to dig all that up again.
As I said before, we are classmates. If one of us is in need, the rest of us will lend our aid. Cheesy as hell, but he's not wrong.
In only 3 days, our field special missions will begin.
Yep, and we're gonna need your help for sure, Allie. I'm sure we'll find ourselves up against tons of trouble.
Everyone. Alright.
She's smiling. That's so cute. Rean is glad.
Your rank has increased. Here's your reward.
Stregus. Rebellion Cross.
Continue to train hard.
Proceed. Hello, everyone. It's her, isn't she? That blonde hair, it is.
Oh, Principal.
You're here early today. She's coming? Oh, shit's about to go down in Heimdall. Oh, shit. What? The principal's soldat.
Pablo, everyone else, help us load it. Help us load the 6 cart.
For real? Tita Russell, don't dawdle.
Huh?
Bring the orbital gear. You just put it through combat training. Are you going to use it in the field exercises?
Yes, I'll go get it.
Everything's hitting the fan.
Principal? Professor?
After all this time, you decide to join the field exercise now? I've been invited to a party at the Imperial Palace on the first day of the summer festival. Because of that, I figured it would be convenient to tag along with the rest of you. I've been invited to the same party. I reached a good stopping point in my experiments for the moment, so I shall be attending as well. Hey, are these two for real? I don't doubt them, but I sense trouble. Yeah, me too. Oh, they're coming
These
with.
will be our 4th set of field exercises. You should be familiar with the process by now. However, familiarity dulls one's senses. When the world is a battlefield, to be careless spells death. The professor and I will join you this time. Consider our presence a way to help you maintain a sense of urgency. Only 2 years ago, Heimdall's summer festival was interrupted by a terrorist attack. Though rumor has it, the terrorists were backed by a certain high-ranking noble.
Duke Cayenne.
Whoa, what? Really? Indeed, the Imperial Liberation Front. They were funded by the former Duke Cayenne.
But it seems we have worse threats to deal with than mere terrorists now. They aren't part of Ouroboros, nor are they Jaegers. They're agents of the country that threatens our empire most.
Principal.
So much for keeping things under wraps.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Must be rough.
I've already given up.
That said, there's no need for us to be over-wary. Through your efforts, both Lemaire and Ordis were saved from crisis.
And
when
Crossbill.
the railway cannons were pointed at you, you held fast, with courage befitting the horned lion of Thors.
You guys did great. That is true. Class 7 too. Aww.
We have but a single objective this time. To prove to this nation that your honor is no mere coincidence.
Yes, ma'am!
Let's go.
Damn, that's some battle cry.
Yeah, she truly is a great general.
I can see why the Imperial Army and Intelligence Division still have their eyes on her.
Yeah. She is amazing.
Have you finished maintenance on the areas I assigned you?
Yes, I modified it so it automatically changes the output limit of the actuator. And for the posture limiter when landing?
Yeah, these guys stay.
Everyone! Please stay safe.
We'll catch you at the summer festival!
I pray you find success on your field exercises.
More of these guys though. Well, somebody has to keep, you know, Thors, well, not safe, but, you know. Goodbye, leaves. We'll be back next month.
Guess they're gone. Seems like stuff's getting bad. Maybe I'll talk to Mama about it.
Monk?
Looks like the Branch Campus students are gonna make their debut in the capital soon. Well then, I'll have to consult with Director Michael when I put together the proposal.
Marzine?
Just as Sir Thomas said, I will need to be ready to move at a moment's notice.
Uh-oh. Shit's hitting the fan indeed. She needs to be ready as a squire then. As you're aware, we'll be arriving in Heimdall Central Station in approximately 30 minutes. Once we complete our investigation and load the necessary supplies, we'll proceed to the field exercise ground near the Sutherland main line. Also... Any further announcements, Principal Le Guin? Nothing in particular. Please... Pretending you're not here is easier said than done. The two of you plan to participate in instructing the field exercise too? It'll be a good opportunity to study the way the students operate their equipment.
The celebration here is 3 days from now. It wouldn't do to simply while away on our time until then. You'll be around, so if anything happens, don't hesitate to call. Don't hesitate. Got it.
Very well. Since the summer festival is approaching, all of Heimdall is more excitable than usual. I advise those of you in Class 7 to be ready for anything while conducting your missions. Understood. In that case, dismissed. Once you arrive at the station, be sure to move quickly. It won't be long before we get, but maybe I'll make my rounds. So the principal and the professor are going to be with us this time. We'll be safe with them, but I can't shake this feeling. I think I'll see how Class 7 and the other instructors feel about all this. Yeah, we kinda need to. First, let me explore the train before actually doing that. Okay, Ash. Alright, bring it. And dead.
What? For real?
Yep. Rean. I didn't expect the principal and the professor to actually come with us. They claim it's because they were invited to the celebration at the castle, but... That's a good point. I wonder what made them suddenly decide to come with. But I suppose it doesn't change anything for us instructors. That's right, you finally get it. You and I come from different backgrounds and each have our own goals, but our tasks of leading the students remain unchanged. Their special ops missions in Heimdall may bring a light to a number of issues, so good luck. Yes, understood. Wait, issues? Well, you understand soon enough. Just be ready for anything. Oh boy. That makes me even more worried. I'm worried for Rean. Yeah, I'm starting from Cart 1 just to talk. Because I can't find anything else to do. Alright, Muse and Liguin.
Oh, Instructor Rean? Schwarzer, making your rounds.
What are you two doing? Come to think of it, it's pretty rare to see the two of you together. We're both nowhere from Lumiere, so of course we share some connections.
We'll have a nice little chat from time to time. Though I certainly can't relate when it comes to swordsmanship.
I see. I heard they left together on the last day of our field exercise at Ordis.
Alright, Muse. Whatever happened to you stealing at Schwarzer's heart? Well, it's pretty tough to get. But I have no doubts this unquenchable passion for me is growing by the day.
Come on, not you two, Principal. They completely changed the subject topic all of a sudden.
But what of your competition, Muse? All about Princess Alphen and even Schwarzer's little sister. Rumor has it you're to be the princess's dance partner at the oncoming celebration.
Oh no, Her Highness was just joking. I haven't even been invited to a celebration.
You never know. You may receive a royal summons at any time. If you were to be the princess' dance partner, you may very well end up her partner. Much like Elise, it seems I have my work cut out for me.
You mustn't neglect your pride as a woman. Give it your all.
Oh, but of course.
I learned absolutely nothing. I don't stand a chance against these two, with them teamed up. Yep. No, you don't.
Here, Kurt. I'll give this to you, okay? I think you should talk with Instructor Rean as well.
Yes, you're right. I apologize for the trouble. Is it about your request for leave?
Instructor. Yep, that's right. I'm sure it will depend on where exactly you'll be going for your special ops missions. But if everyone is going to Heimdall anyway, they might as well go visit home.
Well, it's close enough to visit on the weekends, so I don't think it's really necessary. That said, I haven't been home since school began, so I should probably visit at least once. You definitely should. If we get a chance, I'd like to come say hello as well. Your mother lives in the Leisha district, right? Yes, but as you know, my brother and father are away. Either way, I'll let you know once we figure out where our special op missions will take us. Take care, Kurt.
Kurt's become so much more open than he was at the start. It seems he really looks up to you now, Rean, don't you think?
Well, I don't know about that. Compared to his father and brother, there's still plenty I'm lacking as a role model.
The head of the Vander School and Lieutenant Colonel Mueller. I wonder how they're doing. Prince Oliver, too.
Yeah. Oh right, your house is in Heimdall too, right? Are you going to stop by while we're here? We're there?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't been home in a while myself. My aunt's been asking me to visit, so I plan on stopping by when I've got time.
I see. That's right. Both her parents passed a while ago. They were scholars, I think.
Oh, right. I need to give Wayne his documents too. See you later, Rean.
See ya. Alright. There's Wayne. That's everything from the Goliath data analysis. Though I suspect it doesn't provide any answers to your question.
No, it was enough. Thank you.
Altina?
Instructor Rean.
Schwarzer? It's rare to see you two talking. Is it about what happened the other day?
Yes, about how the Goliath went wild under my control. Professor Schmidt and a technical officer from the Imperial Army were investigating the incident.
I see. Did you figure anything else? There were no issues with the Goliath itself. It's pure machinery, no mythical components like the Divine Knights have. That said, Panzer Soldaten still have systems designed to trace the tendencies of their pilot and give feedback. To put it in layman's terms, her synchronization with the Goliath could be considered too good. The high potential this girl holds to control the machinery, such as her combat shell, combined with her extraordinary high sync rates, led to a psychological resonance of sorts between her combat shell and the Goliath. That is my current hypothesis. I see. As Valamar's pilot, I think I sort of understand. I remember letting my power loose, like that back during the Northern War.
Yes, what you did was somewhat similar. When you did it, you were able to destroy our chasms and save the people they were attacking, but...
Altina. So long as that combat shell remains a black box, this is all I can tell you. There's a problem you will need to deal with on your own, Black Rabbit. You may have been artificially created, but you're a living organism with cognition and will. You're no different from a human. Professor. That was kind of him. What does the workshop mean to you? What is the relationship between your combat shell and you? What is the relation? You'll need to figure out the answer to those questions, difficult though it may be. That was very kind. Interesting. Altina.
I'm okay. No, I'm sorry. I just wanted you here. Having climbed Slayas by my side feels so normal, I never really questioned it. But I'll start thinking more about it from now on, and about myself as well.
I'll always be here to help you. Let me know if you ever want to talk. And of course, you and the others are willing to help you too.
Yes. Of course, I must still carry out our special ops missions in the capital. I don't want to lose to Milliam either. I'll put my effort into both things.
Yeah, good idea. I'll do what I can to support you.
Understood.
Goodbye, little Tina. She can't get out from the Black Workshop's shadow that easily. But, just like the other students, no, maybe even more than them, she's grown. As her instructor, I couldn't be happier. Yeah, and she smiled. Which is great.
Derflinger Car 1 calling all students of the branch campus. We'll be arriving at Heimdall Central Station momentarily. Once we arrive, we will also need to carry supplies, so everyone get ready now.
Alright, thank you, Lois. Not bad. Her voice carried well, but it didn't sound tense. I'd better take her advice back to my room. Alright, let's go do that. What are we seeing besides Heimdall? Anybody? We haven't seen anything about Ouroboros, which is very, very strange. And I don't like it at all. Oh, can we visit Carol Imperial Villa again? I want to go there. Before long, the Derflinger reached Heimdall Central Station. After a 10-minute stop, where a quick inspection was performed and supplies were loaded, it continued onward to its destination. Oh yeah, the railway military police are there. I can't stop spazzing about how great the graphics look compared to 1 and 2. This station is seriously huge. Here I was thinking Crossbells was big. Well, this is the center of the gigantic railroad that spans all of Erebonian.
It even has the RMP's logo stamped all over it.
Yes, yes it does. Check out those show-offs.
Oh, does this mean Instructor Claire's here? Yes, though she's always traveling all over Erebonian.
A special armored train will be arriving shortly on Platform 1. Please stand clear of the area.
Is that the main campus? Are they coming here too? That's the main campus, right? Isn't that Osborne's? No, that is the main campus train. Yeah. Whoa! Hey, what's that? Ain't that the same model as the Derflinger?
And that emblem. So a head-to-head battle it is it?
Bring it. Bring it. We'll dethrone you. Prince Cedric.
Are those students his aides? I didn't think we'd run into him right out of the gate like this.
I'm fine with it. Just gonna get fun real quick.
It seems this set of field exercise will be interesting indeed.
Are we gonna be both parked out in the same place? Oh no, they're going somewhere else. And here we are. This is where we'll make our base, I guess. This is a pretty big camp. Everyone running around.
Now, since we're both in our machines already, let's have a little mock battle.
Oh boy.
We just got here minutes ago and you already want to start fighting?
Leave it to Principal Le Guin. (6:30 a.m.) I can't stand getting butt in on like that. Worst part is, she is my boss, so I can't even talk back. Well, for now, simply play along so as not to disturb the field exercises. That aside, I didn't know the main campus had a private train.
Does that mean they're doing field exercise near the capital
Yes, I'm sure they're already setting up their camp northeast of Heimdall by now. Their train is called the Arc Royal. Aside from the paint and decorations, it's identical to this train.
I'm guessing they intend to work with us to resolve the situation.
They probably want to compete more than cooperate.
It seems like a bunch of operatives from the Republic are infiltrating the place.
In any event, y'all must quickly accompany Instructor Herschel to Heimdall Central Station.
We're going to the RMP's headquarters. They're based out of the station, right? Wouldn't it have been more efficient to have gotten off where we were stopped there?
Well, we needed to set up camp and report in first. Speaking of, the local person in charge here would be Governor Regnitz, right? Ah, I met him in Crossbell before. For one of the Empire's elites, he definitely looked the part.
Yeah, even though it's super early in the morning, he's going out of his way to meet with us. Since we'll all be cooperating in this, I'll be coming with you, if that's okay. But of course, we'll be delighted to have you along.
Make sure everything stays under control. The special ops missions will be a bit irregular this time. Main campus aside, I'm sure these Calvert agents are gonna be a handful. Make sure you stay safe, everyone.
Understood.
Off we go.
This is actually my first time doing something with you, Instructor Toa. She took good care of me when I was in military finance. It's only going to be for a short while until we reach Heimdall Station. Oh, I used an arts gun, so I'll also be fighting when the need arises.
Oh no, please do that to us. We can't let someone as small as you fight for us.
Small? Well, I guess that's true, but... Hey, come on, Ash!
Well, since you're with us, it would be great if you could give us orders.
I would like to see the leadership that commanded the Crimson Wings during the Civil War firsthand. Really? I hope I live up to your expectations. We can't leave the governor waiting, so let's leave as soon as we're ready.
Yes, let's go. But first, let me examine the whole camp. And I got a message on my Arcus. Probably, oh, a thank you from Celine. I don't know why I exited.
I have them to help me send a thank you message. You just love to be a people pleaser, don't you? Or a pussycat pleaser in this case. You know, nice gifts like these could be misleading for some girls. Just no friendly advice. I do like the ribbon, by the way.
Amazing. She learned to use an Arcus just to give me a lecture. Oh well, as long as she likes it. Alright, let's see what this has to offer. There's a mission here. For this person to get out Sandy again.
Oh, Instructor Rean, everyone. I was wondering if you could help me with something.
Something?
What is it? Well, my parents sent me something. It's a legendary recipe that they found in storage. Legendary, huh?
Sounds fishy.
How dare you? I haven't actually eaten it before, but according to my mum, the taste is out of this world. It's on our regulars list, the top 3 dishes.
You have a ranking? Now I'm curious.
But being that it's legendary, is there a reason you can't cook it anymore? Yes, it requires a certain rare ingredient. It's called moon truffle. Truffles? Aren't those like rare, expensive mushrooms? Yes, something like that, but I've never heard of moon truffles.
I've never heard of it either. Huh, pretty rare for you not to know something.
In other words, it must be truly rare. Yep, that's right. It's shaped like a normal truffle, but it has a silver glisten. Some people call it the queen of all truffles. But according to my notes, they can be found around Heimdall.
Oh, really?
Yes, but they're rare, so they still aren't easy to come by. They're usually camp deserted areas.
I see. So you're saying you want us to look out for them?
Yep, precisely. The recipe calls for 1, but ideally I'd like 3. Would you be able to help me revive this legendary recipe? Once it's complete, you'll be the first to eat it. Definitely. You're all okay with this, right?
Of course, we have no reason to decline. Well, can't say no to good food.
I'm curious about the dish too. We'll return to you once we've completed the task.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Thank you, everyone.
And we got that.
Yes!
Ooh, Pandora! Yes! Offensive arts can do more damage. Damage increased by 90%. Consumed EP multiplied by EP. Oh yeah, it consumes more EP, but damage is increased. Offensive arts deal critical damage. And it's more of an area. Yeah. Oh, I loved Pandora before.
I'll take a look. So many. Thank you very much.
All right. Enhancement rating.
Let's check.
Show profile notes.
Wow, you got so many.
What is the enhancement rating?
I'll take a look then.
This is wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we have completed everything, and there's nothing else to do here. We are gonna make our way to Heimdall
I'm going.
in the next episode. Cause I don't know how long this next cutscene is gonna be, and I don't want to drag the video on. Anyway, today was a pretty eventful episode. We got a lot of cutscenes, so we got a lot of content out of that. If you guys are enjoying these videos, please leave a like and share. That always helps out. Subscribe to become part of the Moonlight Army today. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, because you honestly want to. This is getting so exciting. It's out of control, and keep up to date with my stupid, goofy voices, and I'll try to keep improving for you guys. And if you guys want to stalk me on my social media to see what crazy stuff I'm up to, links are on the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, take care guys, bye bye.